The void of space is a silent scream, a vast emptiness that swallows sound, light, and hope. Yet, in that infinite dark, a lone traveler drifts. Voyager 1, a tiny speck of human ingenuity launched in 1977, now farther from Earth than anything we've ever created. For nearly half a century it has wandered, a quiet witness to the cosmos, carrying our dreams, our curiosity, and a golden record etched with the heartbeat of humanity. It was meant to explore, to send back snapshots of distant worlds, and then fade into the cosmic night. But something has changed. In March of this year, Voyager 1 broke its predictable rhythm. It sent a signal back to Earth. A strange, deliberate pulse that lasted exactly 66 seconds, repeated 3 times, then vanished into silence. NASA's giant antennas caught it, and the scientists who've tended this ancient machine for decades froze. This wasn't data. It wasn't static. It was something else. Something that felt alive, intentional, and utterly alien. What did Voyager hear out there, in the interstellar deep? Is it breaking down, or has it stumbled across a whisper from the stars? This is no ghost story, no flight of fancy. This is a mystery unfolding at the edge of the known universe, and it's calling us to listen. Picture it, 1977, a year of bell-bottoms, disco, and dreams of the stars. Humanity was still reeling from the moon landings, hungry to reach farther. NASA, with its clunky computers and cassette tape tech, launched Voyager 1 into the sky, a fragile probe no bigger than a small car. Its mission was bold but simple: fly by Jupiter and Saturn, snap some photos, and teach us about the outer reaches of our solar system. No one thought it would last long, 5 years, maybe 10, before the cold of space or the wear of time shut it down. But Voyager was stubborn. It sailed past Jupiter, revealing swirling storms bigger than Earth. It glided by Saturn, unveiling rings so delicate they looked like cosmic lace, and moons no one had ever seen. Scientists gasped at the images, their black and white screens glowing with wonders. Then, its primary job done, NASA gave Voyager a new command: keep going, leave the sun's embrace, pierce the bubble of our solar system, and venture into interstellar space, the uncharted realm where no star's light dominates. And so it did, powered by a nuclear battery the size of a coffee can, its 20-watt antenna whispering faint signals back to Earth, each one taking nearly a day to arrive. Now, Voyager 1 is 24 billion kilometers away, so far that light itself takes over 21 hours to reach us. It's a marvel we can still hear it at all, its signal no stronger than a refrigerator bulb flickering in the dark. Yet, NASA's Deep Space Network, massive dishes scattered across the globe, still listens, catching every faint word from this distant messenger. In 2012, Voyager crossed a threshold, entering interstellar space, beyond the sun's protective heliosphere. It was alone in a way nothing human-made had ever been, drifting through a sea of cosmic rays, plasma, and mystery. For years, it sent back steady streams of data, painting a picture of a strange, quiet frontier. Scientists learned about magnetic fields, charged particles, and the eerie calm of the space between stars. But Voyager wasn't just a machine. It was a symbol, a piece of us cast into the unknown, carrying a golden record with our voices, our music, our story. Hello, it says in 55 languages. This is who we are. A cosmic message in a bottle, tossed into an ocean so vast, the odds of anyone finding it were nearly zero. Until now. Then came March 2025. The Deep Space Network hummed as usual, its operators sifting through data. But this time, something was different. A burst of radio waves, sharp and precise, cut through the usual data stream from Voyager. It lasted exactly 66 seconds, not seconds more, not seconds less. Then, silence. Just as the team began to process it, the signal repeated, identical, down to the millisecond. And then a third time. 3 perfect pulses. Felt times, then nothing. The room went quiet. This wasn't normal. Voyager's signals are predictable, structured, like a heartbeat from a machine that knows its job. This was something else. Pattern that didn't fit. NASA called it unstructured frequency modulation, a polite way of saying, "We don't know what this is." It wasn't corrupted data, not the garble of a dying system. It wasn't background noise from the cosmos either. It had structure, rhythm, like a song or a code. The engineers checked Voyager's systems. Its antenna was still aimed at Earth. Its power was low, but stable. No error codes, no alarms. Everything was as it should be, except for this one inexplicable signal. The questions came fast. Could it be a glitch? Voyager is old, its parts worn out by decades of radiation and cold. But glitches are messy, random. This was clean, deliberate, and could it be a natural phenomenon? Maybe Voyager passed through a cloud of plasma, superheated gas that twisted its signal into something strange. But plasma distortions don't repeat like clockwork. 3 times, then felt stop. It seemed like something intended. Some engineers dared to voice a wilder thought. What if Voyager didn't send this? What if it heard something? Voyager isn't built that to listen, not really. Its antenna is a transmitter, not a receiver. But out there, in the vast quiet of interstellar space, anything that is possible. A stray signal, a cosmic echo, could have brushed against its instruments, and Voyager, like a struck microphone, might have caught it. The idea sent chills down through the team. If this was a signal from something else, something out there, what there was it saying? And why did it stop? The mystery deepened as NASA dug deeper into the data. The signal's precision was unnerving. Its 66-second duration didn't match any of Voyager's known program cycles. The 3 repetitions felt intentional, like a knock at the door. Scientists began to wonder about the golden record. Carl Sagan, the dreamer who crafted it, called it a gesture of hope, a chance to say, "We exist." Could this be a reply? The thought was almost too big to hold. Voyager is the farthest human-made object in existence. The perfect moment candidate to encounter something, if anything, is out there. Yet, NASA stayed cautious. "We're investigating," they said. "It's unusual, but we need more data." Behind closed doors, though, the whispers grew. Some saw it as a breakthrough, the first hint of something contact. Others feared it was a warning sign, a sign to stay quiet. The silence that followed by the signal was deafening, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. This is no science fiction tale fantasy. The signal is real, logged, and by NASA's Deep Space Network, documented in mission logs updates, and discussed by respected scientists like Dr. Linda Spilker, a Voyager veteran. The sources are public, the data verifiable. But the meaning, what? That's where the story turns from facts to wonder. Voyager is still out there, still talking to us, its faint voice crossing oceans billions of miles of kilometers to reach home. But what did it hear here? Was it a glitch, a cosmic quirk, or something more? Maybe this signal is the first note in a song we're not yet ready to hear. Or maybe it's a reminder that, in the grand silence of space, of the cosmos, the stars, we might not be as alone as we think. The stars have always been storytellers, weaving tales of light and shadow across the night sky, whispering secrets we strain to hear. Voyager 1, our silent envoy, drifts in that vast narrative, 24 billion kilometers from the warmth of Earth, carrying a golden record that sings of humanity's hopes and dreams. In March 2025, it sent back a signal that didn't belong. A 66-second pulse, repeated 3 times. Precise as a heartbeat. Then swallowed by silence. NASA's engineers, hunched over screens in California, felt their pulses quicken. This wasn't the usual hum of data from a machine older than most of them. It was something new, something that didn't fit the script of a spacecraft built with 1970s tech, powered by a fading nuclear heart. Was it a glitch, a cosmic hiccup, or something more? A reply to the Golden Records call? The question hung heavy, stirring a mix of awe and unease. As the team dug deeper, the signal's mystery grew, pulling us into a story where science meets wonder, where the line between machine and message blurs, and where the universe might just be whispering back. Voyager 1 is a relic, a time traveler from an era when computers filled rooms and cassette tapes held our music. Its technology is laughably outdated. 8-track players had more processing power than its onboard systems. Yet it's a marvel of resilience, still functioning after 48 years of cosmic wear and tear. Its nuclear battery, a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, is down to its last whispers of power, producing just enough to keep its instruments alive and its antenna pointed home. That antenna, a modest dish no bigger than a backyard satellite, sends signals so faint they're a billion times weaker than a cell phone call. Yet NASA's Deep Space Network catches them, decoding the data across a gulf of 24 billion kilometers. Every bit of information takes nearly 22 hours to arrive, a reminder of how far Voyager has wandered. It's been in interstellar space since 2012, beyond the heliosphere, where the sun's influence fades and the true unknown begins. Out there, space isn't just empty. It's alive with invisible currents, magnetic fields, and clouds of plasma that could twist a signal into something strange. But this signal, it wasn't twisted. It was too perfect, too deliberate. The 66-second burst wasn't random noise. It had structure, a rhythm that repeated 3 times, like a code or a greeting. NASA's first instinct was to blame the spacecraft itself. After all, Voyager is old. Its circuits are battered by cosmic rays, its thrusters barely fire, and its memory is a fraction of a modern smartphone's. A malfunction seemed likely, but when the team scoured the data, they found no signs of trouble. Voyager's systems were stable. Its antenna was still locked on Earth, its power levels steady. There were no error codes, no emergency signals that would scream, "I'm lost!" If anything, Voyager was performing as expected, except for this one inexplicable pulse. The precision of it gnawed at the engineers. A glitch should be chaotic, a jumble of corrupted bits. This was clean, measured, almost intentional. The 3 repetitions felt like a pattern, not a mistake. It was as if Voyager had paused its usual chatter to say something new, something it wasn't programmed to say. Could the signal have come from outside? That question sparked late-night debates in NASA's control rooms. Voyager isn't a radio telescope. It's not designed to pick up stray signals. Its antenna is built to send, not receive. But in the vastness of interstellar space, anything could happen. A strong enough signal, a burst of radio waves from a distant source, might overwhelm Voyager's systems, slipping into its data stream like a voice breaking through static. The idea wasn't impossible. Space is full of strange phenomena. Pulsars that spin and emit rhythmic beams, magnetars that flare with magnetic fury, even hypothetical clouds of ionized gas that could bend radio waves in unexpected ways. But none of these match the signal's profile. Pulsars are regular, like cosmic clocks. This was a one-time event. Magnetic fields distort signals, but they don't create perfect 66-second pulses. The more NASA ruled out, the more the signal stood alone, a puzzle with no clear solution. Then there was the golden record, that gold-plated disc bolted to Voyager's side, a love letter to the cosmos. It holds 115 images, sounds of wind and whales, music from Bach to Chuck Berry, and greetings in 55 languages, from Akkadian to Zulu. Hello from the children of planet Earth, it says. A message crafted by Carl Sagan and his team to tell any finder who we are. The record was a long shot, a gesture of hope in a universe so vast that finding it would be like spotting a single grain of sand in an ocean. Yet, as the signal's mystery deepened, some scientists couldn't help but wonder, what if someone found it? What if this pulse was a response? A faint hello from a civilization that heard our music, our voices, our heartbeat. The thought was thrilling and terrifying. Voyager is the farthest human object ever sent, the perfect outpost for first contact. If something out there was going to notice us, it would notice Voyager first. Of course, NASA didn't jump to aliens. They're scientists, not dreamers. They considered every mundane explanation. A software bug, a cosmic ray hitting just the right circuit, or a distortion from an unknown interstellar medium. But each theory fell short. Software bugs don't produce structured signals that repeat 3 times. Cosmic rays cause random errors, not precise patterns. And while interstellar plasma can bend radio waves, it doesn't sculpt them into 66-second bursts. The signal's clarity was its own mystery. It was strong, focused, and oddly deliberate, like a beacon meant to be noticed. Some team members began to ask the question no one wanted to voice aloud. Could Voyager have intercepted something it wasn't supposed to hear? The spacecraft is a floating microphone, its instruments sensitive to the faintest electromagnetic hum. Out there, in the silence between stars, maybe something made a sound. The human heart leaps at such possibilities, but it also trembles. For decades, we've searched the skies for signs of life. Scientists like Frank Drake and Jill Tarter dedicated their lives to SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, listening for signals that might prove we're not alone. They found nothing definitive, just whispers of possibility drowned out by the universe's vastness. Yet, Voyager's signal feels different. It's not a clear hello, not a language we can decode, but it's something, a break in the cosmic silence. The team at NASA is divided. Some see it as a glitch, a final hiccup from a dying probe. Others aren't so sure. Dr. Linda Spilker, a Voyager scientist who's been with the mission since its launch, called the signal unlike anything we've seen before. That alone sets it apart. Voyager has surprised us before, finding new moons, surviving decades beyond its design. But this feels bigger, heavier, like the first note of a song we don't yet understand. As the days turned to weeks, the silence after the signal grew louder. Voyager resumed its normal data stream, as if nothing had happened. But the questions lingered, heavy as the dark beyond our solar system. The Drake equation, crafted by Frank Drake, estimates thousands, maybe millions of civilizations might exist. Yet, we've heard nothing until now. This signal, faint and fleeting, could be the first hint that we're not alone, that someone else is out there listening. But what do we do with this? The question shifts from science to philosophy, from data to destiny. If this is contact, even the faintest kind, it changes everything. Do we answer? Voyager can't. It's a one-way messenger, built to speak to Earth, not to reply to the stars. Any response would require something new. A signal, sent from Earth, a new probe, a deliberate act to say, "We hear you." Some, echoing Hawking's caution, argue we should stay silent. A civilization capable of reaching Voyager might be far beyond us, their intentions unknown. Others, like Sagan, would urge us to respond, to embrace the chance to join a cosmic conversation. "The universe is a pretty big place," he once said. "If it's just us, seems like an awful waste of space." But answering isn't simple. A signal sent today could take decades, centuries to reach its target, if we even knew where to aim. And once we speak, we can't take it back. For now, Voyager 1 keeps drifting, its nuclear battery fading, but still alive. It's still sending data, still aligned with Earth, still a testament to human ingenuity. The signal from March 2025 remains unexplained, a single, haunting note in a 48-year symphony. NASA continues its work, analyzing logs, consulting experts, and watching for any repeat. Dr. Linda Spilker, a Voyager scientist since the beginning, calls it a puzzle we're still solving. The data is real, logged in NASA's systems, backed by mission updates and tracking reports. This isn't speculation. It's a documented event, a moment when the universe seemed to pause and speak. Whether it's a glitch, a natural anomaly, or something more, it's a reminder of why we sent Voyager in the first place: to explore, to ask, to listen. As Voyager sails on, farther from home with each passing second, it carries our hopes into the unknown. The golden record still plays its silent song, waiting for an audience we may never meet. This strange signal, this fleeting pulse, might be nothing. Or it might be the first word in a dialogue we're only beginning to understand. The universe is vast, but it's not silent. Voyager 1, our lonely messenger, is still out there, still whispering across the stars. And maybe, just maybe, something is whispering back. The question now is whether we're ready to listen,